In Water Matters, Valley Congressman Jim Costa says he is not happy with the Trump administration. He sent a letter to the U.S. Secretary of Defense on Saturday after finding out that water was released from 2 dams in Tulare County without a warning.
KC24's Jason Toktajian sat down with Costa today, and he joins us now with why the congressman says the unplanned water releases are a real concern for the valley. Hey, Jason.
Hey, that's right. The Trump administration ordered the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to release water from Lake Costa and Lake Success. That decision follows the president's executive order on emergency measures to provide water resources to California. But the Tulare County Farm Bureau tells me that decision could be costly.
They literally had about an hour's notice in front of when the Army Corps was initially set to maybe do these releases.
A decision that caught everyone by surprise. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, directed by President Donald Trump to release 5,500 cubic feet of water per second from Lake Costa and 4,500 cubic feet per second from Lake Success without any prior notice.
We've never had a request like this without any heads up, and we need help because this is our water for farming this summer.
In a letter to U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, Representative Jim Costa says the Trump administration falsely linked the Central Valley Project and the State Water Project to the L.A. wildfires.
I don't really understand why we're kind of a closed basin system, and while there is an intertie that could allow some of this water to make it all the way into the aqueduct, I'm told by water officials that that's happened on a very, very remote, basis.
Representative Costa says he immediately contacted the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers after learning 2 dams under his jurisdiction were going to release tons of water.
We pushed and pushed on it, and then they said, well, within our modeling to try to protect against flooding, we have some level of encroachment, but we're going to try to reduce the amount of releases to not 5,500 feet, but to 1,500 feet, 1,500 cubic feet per second, which still makes no sense.
The amount of water released was minimized, but the executive director of the Tulare County Farm Bureau says that she was contacted by farmers who were preparing for the worst.
Some of our communities are still responding to trying to rebuild and deal with repairs on channels that were washed out during the 2023 flooding. And this would have sent a lot of water down those same damaged channels.
But now, Costa says he has to assess the damage done.
I'm getting estimates on how much water we will have lost on that. And in the case of Costa Reservoir that's behind Visalia, it's estimated that we may have lost 4,500 acre feet or 5,000 acre feet of water.
And there is good news on the horizon because Representative Costa tells me that by tomorrow, the amount of water released from Lake Costa and Lake Success would return to the same levels prior to last Thursday. In the studio, Jason Toktajian, KC24 Local News That Matters.